So I think it's about damn time we review the Doctor Strange Multiverse and the Madness movie. This film was definitely a madness. A couple of weeks back I made the video on a quick review on this film, but it was very quick because I just watched the film and it had no spoilers. So if you haven't watched the film and you really want to watch it, you can watch that early review. But for those who really are interested to find out what I want to say about this entire film, well, this is the video. Now, before I get into the video, I would just like to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications on so that you never miss any of my uploads in the future. And with that being said, let's get into the mess. This film is a very populated film, let's say, in terms of the amount of stuff that they have stuffed in the entirety of this film. It's a lot to take in. But at the same time, I do want to say that it's not a shit film. It is entertaining, it is enjoyable. If you sit down and you watch this film, you're gonna enjoy it. Alright, it's still better than Eternals, and it's definitely way better than Cats. So let's get into the story first, because I think that's where most of the problem of this film is in terms of its story. When I first watched this film, I thought it was like a Tom and Jerry show all over again, because Wanda was like Tom, and then you have Doctor Strange and America Chavez who are running away from her. And it's a very simple theme. And at the same time, they are also searching for this book that can also like help them to defeat Wanda. So that was like the first impression of the film that I get. But it was definitely a mess of a ride, I should say. Now, the first thing I want to touch on is the entire pace of the film. Sometimes the film was going fine, going great, they had the build up and everything, and then there are a lot of times where it just goes too fast, the scene ends very fast, and that leaves a lot of areas that they can explore. For example, you had this scene with the Illuminati. It's pretty much a money shot scene because I didn't really see any point of the Illuminati being in the film other than being a money shot and an eye-grabbing moment. And at the same time, it acts as a scene to show Wanda how much power she holds. The latter part seems more viable to believe, but I guess if they had to show that, they wouldn't really need to put a lot of Illuminati members in, maybe a few, to show Wanda's capabilities in handling them, I should say. Scenes where it featured America Chavez were pretty much underwhelming for me. Her character throughout the whole film was not that amazing. I felt they could have done a great job in laying the foundations for her rather than showing glimpse of what had happened in her life and what she has been through. I think they didn't really show much of it, so I couldn't really feel for the character or understand her or know more about her and her past. So whenever her scenes came into the film, whatever her traits and qualities she may have doesn't really sink in very well because you don't really know much about her. Now, obviously, this is still the start. I'm pretty sure America Chavez is a character that they would definitely explore more and give more opportunities to grow. But I would really like some form of foundation for her in this film, and I didn't really get much of that. Another scene where I thought there would be more in depth was the scene where Doctor Strange meets up with the evil Strange, the Strange with the dark hole power. That scene felt a little bit short because I didn't really get much of my questions answered. In that particular scene, there were a lot of dialogues that Evil Strange would be sharing and telling, and some parts of the dialogue I couldn't really understand and make out what is he trying to say and what is actually happening. I would have really liked a visual showcase of what he was trying to say. I would have really liked that. Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the brand new game show of finding which one is the correct answer. If you get the correct answer, you get $100. Now, let me tell you this. When the Scarlet Witch was fighting against Captain Marvel, what method did she use to defeat her? Did she use A, Scarlet Witch sucks every single ounce of Captain Marvel's power and uses it to defeat Captain Marvel? Or B, Scarlet Witch produced 1,000 James Corden to go after Captain Marvel and he defeats them? Or C, Scarlet Witch threw a rock on Captain Marvel's face. She threw a rock. She threw a rock on Captain Marvel's face. Now, not to say that that scene wasn't amazing or anything, but it's just that how did that Captain Marvel ever got a seat in the Illuminati when she can't even handle a rock? We might as well put our Captain Marvel in our universe. Just put her in Illuminati instead. She can handle rock. I mean, look at Avengers Endgame. She just pile drive through rocks of rocks of rocks. Multiple rocks. What did that Captain Marvel do? She couldn't even handle one big rock. At least, if Scarlet Witch spawned thousands of James Corden, they just go on top of Captain Marvel and just claw her and she dies from that. That is more believable and that is more enjoyable to watch. Reed Richards just blew into pieces. Professor X got his mind absolutely obliterated. And then you have Captain Marvel dying by a damn rock. Aside from all of this, obviously, there are still some good things about this film that I would like to say. And the first thing is gonna have to be the villain. I mean, Scarlet Witch completely aced this entire film from start to finish. Every single scene that featured her, it had so much emphasis on her character. This character of Scarlet Witch really grow and develop from where it started in Avengers Age of Ultron. And from there until now, you see the pain, you see the emotions, the grief that she carries with her. She has a very strong presence in the entire film. She does the villain job very well. She fits the role very well. That's first, of course. And there's a lot of scenes where she was with her kids and you see the emotional side of her and you see how adamant she is to reach and achieve her motives. A lot of things about her character was really strong, really well done in the entire of the film, and I loved it. And then we have Mr. Doctor Strange. In all honesty, although I hate Benedict Cumberbatch, he does fit the Doctor Strange role perfectly. But however, this entire film felt more like WandaVision 2 rather than Doctor Strange 2. It didn't really felt like Doctor Strange was an integral part of the film, although he is the hero. He did clutched at the end, but I just felt like the amount of story that just encompassed Scarlet Witch in the entire of the film, it felt more like her film than Doctor Strange. This film, it's enjoyable, it's entertaining, don't get me wrong in that, but it's definitely nowhere near amazing. So with that being said, I think I'm just gonna rate this film a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. It's definitely better than Eternals, that I can say for sure. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of the film and I'll see you in the next video. So, bye bye.